gosh, it's working. Why is this so weirdly angled? Why does this happen every time? Crazy. I updated OBS, so maybe it's gonna be not working. We'll see. It says auto stop for some reason. I don't know what that means. Who cares? Let's have a look. Have a look. Oh my god, that's me. Crazy. We're looking good. I'm sleeping at Ari. Don't choke without me. Also late. True. And then test message. Because I think the chat is working now. Look at this. Ready? Look at the bottom left. Wait for it. There it is. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Okay. What do we got to do today? Oh, we got this thing. Wait a minute. I found this moments before stream. Actually, I don't know what these characters are. But apparently this is like meant to determine the best Chainsaw Man character of all time. If I do this. I should probably zoom in as well. But it's like, I don't know, it's like 100 or maybe even more than 100 options I need to do. And I have no idea who Michiko or Yutaro is. So I guess I would do no opinion, but at some point I'm going to do that. I guess I could start with this, but this could take a very long time. What else do I have to actually watch? Oh, closed the wrong window. Oh yeah, Ludwig, something happened to him. I saw it on my homepage. I'm so scared. Oh my gosh. Something about Destiny, an hour-long podcast. I could listen to that. My goodness. My Hero Academia ending. What happened? Let's see what happened.
Okay, what in the actual happened in this ending? My Hero Academia, one of the biggest series in Shonen Jump for anyone under the age of 18, has brought so many things like one of the worst side characters in all of anime, arguably one of the worst fan bases to ever exist, and a daily reminder that anime fans don't shower or have basic hygiene.
This one.
Actually, what did My Hero even bring anything good to the community?
True.
Hi, before this video starts, let me just say, spoiler warning for the ending. Not really though, because I'm just gonna be making a lot of jokes about the ending. I don't know what it is.
All right. Very funny. The ending is bad for some reason. When's Totally Not Mark's video coming out? That's what we're interested about. We're interested in. Oh my gosh, Sukuna. Wasn't he doing like, oh yeah, My Hero Academia season 3. What are we on, season 7? So he's doing an anime thing, I guess? No, but he like reads the manga and like talks about the anime or something, right? So who knows what it's going to be. I don't know. It looks like anime footage, but I think that's what he always does. He is here dabbing. The title's so vague. What manga are you spoiling? The Chainsaw Man manga. So I don't know. I probably should have made it clearer, but now it's got that mysterious element to it, you know. Here, I'll make it clearer. Chainsaw Man manga spoilers. Easy. Look at that. Instant update. Now if we go to the stream, it'll be perfectly fixed in instant time. Short stream plus Chainsaw Man manga spoilers. Chainsaw Man character sorta. Anyway. That's it. The difference between afraid and annoying. Did we not watch this? Last stream? Because this is kind of interesting. Because it is true. We got, what was this guy's name? Red-haired guy? I have no idea. It was some like German name and they were like pronouncing it differently. And oh, Stark or Sturk or something? Stork? No. That's it. Now I'm thinking of Vinland Saga. I don't know. And Zenitsu, who we hate. Worst character of all time. Anyway. Chainsaw Man. Okay? Character sorta. So basically, I think the gist is, you know, I pick each one and then eventually we get an answer. So I'm going to go through this quickly. I have no idea who these two are. Who are they? Like, literally, who are they? Michiko, Chainsaw Man. Oh, Tendo. Okay, and who's Yutaro? Wait, what? Am I confused? Oh, one was a girl and one was a guy, right? No opinion. Hell Devil and Bucky. Oh, the Hell Devil's cooler, but Bucky's like really cool. Okay, I gotta get through this quickly. Ghost is better. Bat versus Eternity. I think the Bat Devil's pretty cool. Yuko versus Class President. Yuko, easily. Aldo and Joey. I have no idea who these people are. Tsugi Hagi. And Cosmo. Cosmo is the sickest. Samurai Sword. Long? Who is Long? Have I never heard of these characters? Oh, it's the dog girl. Oh my god. Probably Samurai Sword. Princey or Yoshida? Princey's the spider one, right? I guess Yoshida. Kishibe or Quan Chi? Probably Kishibe. Naito or... Oh my god. We're already getting to the most difficult questions here. Naito versus Yoru. I don't know, actually. I'll say I like both. Easy. Look at this. They got an option for everything. Sorry. Ciclet says, Ari, I'm almost done with my Berserk Iceberg. You should watch it with Kyle. Alright? Just remember, Kyle's a much bigger Berserk fan than I am. I'm only gonna Golden Age stuff. And what was it? I don't even remember. When did you bring this up at some point? A Berserk Iceberg? I'm assuming it's a video you're making about I don't even know what it could be. But I'm pretty sure I've heard about this. So what is it? Is it about content created? Is it about like the Berserk fandom? Is it about the Berserk manga? Is it something Griffiths related? Anyway, Gun Devil's so cool. The Violence Fiend or the Darkness Devil? Ooh, another tough question, but probably the Darkness Devil. Himeno or Kobeni? Kobeni, she's funny. Aki or Makima? Makima, obviously. Denji or Pochta? Pochta's like got a really cool design, but Denji is like so cool. So Denji. Michiko, who was Michio again? Was that one of the siblings? Michiko, Chainsaw Man? The girl was Kulo. So I guess... Oh, Meowie. Well, it's not even a contest. Jesus. Justice Devil. Do we even... The Justice Devil was barely a part. Bucky, okay. Hell Devil or Justice Devil? Probably the Hell Devil. Typhoon Devil. Ghost Devil's better. Curse Devil, Typhoon Devil. I don't know, Ghost... Curse, sorry. Bat or Zombie? Bat. Eternity or Zombie? Eternity. Yuko or Tanaka? Tanaka was the class rep or something, right? Tanaka, Chainsaw Man? Wait, who is this? Oh, Mr. Tanaka. That was the person who was sexually abusing the class rep. Yuko. Class president. Now when this says class president, is this would be referring to the girl at the beginning who your destroys, right? I assume. But I mean, of these two, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess the class president, she was like kind of funny. She had two sides to her, you know, pretending to be nice. Aldo and brother number 3. I have no idea who these are. Cosmo or Santa Claus? Cosmo, obviously. Tsugi Hagi. Tsugi Hagi. Oh, wait, this was the... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, the weird corpse fiend thing. Or Santa Claus, probably Santa Claus. Oh, this is going to take so long, I just realized. We're only on 19%. Anyway. Yes, I'm making a Berserk Iceberg about Berserk in general, but it will slowly devolve into my niche arguments and Ciclet-specific lore, so it looks like I'm the most important thing to ever happen. A genius. I love it. There will be new takes. I think that's a cool idea. Alright, Samurai Sword or Pingsty? Was this the... Oh no, it's the one with the weird hair thing. Probably Pingsty, she's kind of funny. Akane. Akane. Why does this sound so familiar? Who is Akane? That's not Sawatari, right? Jesus, Akane. Oh my god, it is Sawatari. Probably Yoshida. Princey. Probably Princey. Kishue. Arai, it was pretty cool. Quan Chi, but it's not as cool as Quan Chi. Naita or Fami? Oh no, oh no, another tough one. Probably I like both. Gun Devil, obviously Asa. Asa's obviously the best character. No one here could possibly beat Asa. Darkness Devil, definitely Darkness. Violence Fiend, I really like the Violence Fiend. Kobeni or Beam? Kobeni. Himeno or Beam? Beam. Reese or Makima? Makima. Aki or Reese? Let me think. Probably Reese. Power or Denji? Power, definitely. Meowie or Bucky? Definitely Meowie. Meowie's going to be high up there. I like Meowie a lot. They're kind of funny. Bucky or Michigo? Bucky. Hell Devil. Justice Devil. Bat Devil or Ghost Devil? I like the Bat Devil. The anime made my appreciation of the Bat Devil just soar to new heights, you know? Eternity Devil or Ghost Devil? Probably Eternity. Zombie or Ghost? I mean, Ghost was cool, but Zombie was like scary. Oh my gosh, they can turn people into zombies. What if there's like an outbreak or something, you know? Yuko. Who is Aldo again? Is this Aki's friend or something from the Reese arc? Oh no, it's one of the brothers, one of the immortal brothers, class president. I guess. I felt like I had some stuff to him, I guess. Pingsty or Cosmo? Definitely Cosmo. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Pingsty, which one was this? The hair one? Okay, the hair one or Santa Claus? Probably the hair one. I liked all the fiends. Katana Man or probably Santa Claus. Katana Man. Long, I don't know. Yoshida or Kishibe. I mean, they're the same person, right? Kishibe, I guess. Quan Chi or Yoshida. Probably Yoshida. Quan Chi or Princey. Quan Chi. Arai or Princey. Arai. Asa or Naita. Well, Asa, of course. The Gun Devil or Naita. Probably Naita. Darkest Devil or Kobeni. Darkest Devil, Kobeni. Ay. I like the Violence Fiend. Beam. We're almost halfway. Oh my god. Himeno or the Future Devil? Himeno. Power or Makima? Power. Denji or Makima? Probably Makima. Denji or Reese? Probably Reese. Denji or Aki? Denji. Pochta or Aki? Probably Pochta. Bat Devil or Meowie? Meowie. Bat Devil or Bucky? Probably Bucky. Bucky was really cool. Until Asa murdered him. My goodness. Hell Devil or Bat Devil? I'm trying to think. Like what is the Hell Devil? It's got like the hand, right? That brings them all to hell. But it's also got the horse thing that Chainsaw Man fights. The hand thing's like awesome. The horse thing is like less awesome, but it's still pretty cool. But the Bat Devil's literally just like, it looks like a demon. It's like the most devil looking devil. So probably the Bat Devil. Then the Hell Devil. The Justice Devil was just the big fat one they fought, right? With the motorbike. Yeah. Which, I mean, it looks cool. But Eternity has like some personality, you know? Zombie Devil, probably the Justice Devil. Zombie Devil, Ghost Devil. No one, Michigo's not going to be it anyway. Michigo was the girl, right? Or was it the guy? It was the guy. No, it was the girl. I don't know. Is this like their shared last name or something, I wonder? I don't know. Curse Devil or Michigo? Curse Devil, Typhoon Devil. Cosmo. Yuko. Oh my god. Santa Claus. I'm out of it. We're taking a break, okay? This is too difficult. We'll come back to this, okay? The remaining, I assume, roughly 85 entries after this, and then we'll get a final total list. I haven't tested this out. Hopefully it gives you a list at the end. That'd suck if you have to like log in or something. Anyway. Back to the serious stuff here.
The
difference between afraid and annoying.
Universal experience. So it's no shock.
I think the main difference... Okay, wait. I think it's like obvious. At least the reason that I don't like... Oh my god, what's his name? Lightning Man from Demon Slayer. Which I said his name before, but I can't remember it now. Zenitsu. The reason I don't like him is because his fear is portrayed in a comedic light, right? Whenever he's freaking out, we're meant to laugh. But it's not funny, it's just annoying. Whereas for Stark, what was his name? Stark? Rerun? Yeah, Stark. I'm just going to call him Stark. For Stark, his fear isn't portrayed as funny at all, I don't think. I think it's like an actual character trait of his. And I think it's really cool. And he faces it as well. I mean, maybe Zenitsu faces it as well. I just don't remember enough about Demon Slayer, I guess. But I just don't like how funny he was we were meant to laugh at, you know? Zenitsu and Stark. I got there eventually. Look at this. I didn't even need your help, but thank you very much. Anyway, let's get
that writers use it constantly to explore characters. And while some of the most...
This is so slow. Oh my god. Oh, okay, it's on normal. No wonder.
Iconic characters in media are cowards. It's not always easy to do it well. Welcome to a running series called Exploring Frieren. My name is Pei, and today we're exploring...
Oh no, I haven't even finished Frieren. Maybe I can't even watch this. We'll see what he...
Archetype
spoils
of
anything.
Character arcs are a fundamental part of storytelling, and fear has been used across all forms of media. Look at horror as a genre, or how often villains are terrifying. Generally, heroes face things without hesitation. But what happens when you place a coward among these heroes as a supporting character? It can contextualize everything, and through contrast, highlight the brave actions around them. Or, and this tends to be true too, it can be really...
I feel like there's like a really good example of like a cowardly character. But it's not coming to mind. I think it's an anime. Who's like the stereotypical, like go-to, oh my gosh, what a great cowardly character. My anime list, Elite Ari. It's on the tip of my tongue. What are like the best anime of all time? It's not Perfect Blue. No. Hunter x Hunter is there. I mean, there definitely are some. Like Icalgo, for instance, but that's not necessarily amazing or anything. Steins Gate? Does Steins Gate have one? No. Mob? I feel like Mob has someone who might be... Who's like a coward in Mob? Not really. That's probably not what I'm thinking of. Not Slime. There's like someone in the back of my mind where I'm like, oh yeah, obviously this character. I guess Mr. Satan, kind of. My Hero, maybe there's one. I don't know. I can't think of it. Vinland Saga, is there someone? Vinland Saga is like, I've got this thing in my mind. It's like, obviously it's Vinland Saga. Who are like the cowardly characters in Vinland Saga? Cowards. I mean, this might be manga spoilers, so I won't say it, but I'm gonna look at it. What character are they talking about? Oh, I guess just like a general thing about cowardice or something. I don't know. I don't know. Who cares? Usopp. Oh yeah, true. Usopp in the one movie I think I've seen him in. True. Jean or Jean. Not who I was thinking of, but I could kind of buy that.
Annoying. So today we're going to be looking at primarily 3 different characters in anime that fall under this archetype of the coward. Stark from Frieren, Usopp from One Piece, and Zenitsu from...
Oh my god, that's literally Usopp. That's what Heath said. Oh my god.
Demon Slayer. This video was originally created with the intention of comparing Stark
and also I probably won't be able to finish this video because I don't want One Piece spoilers, you know. One day I'm going to watch that.
Zenitsu. But in writing the video, I realized that Usopp is an interesting sequitur between the two. That being said, a couple asterisks, we're going to be talking just about the anime adaptations of Frieren and Demon Slayer. We're not going to be talking with the manga. And for Usopp, we're primarily going to be focusing on the first couple arcs through Arlong Park. I haven't watched past the first 150 episodes of One Piece, so I probably shouldn't talk about Usopp as a general character rather than his introduction. Okay, qualifiers out of the way, let's jump in. One of the best things you can do when creating a relatable character who's a coward is give them fears that are reasonable. Stories often take place in extreme circumstance with lives and the world on the line. Zenitsu and Stark are facing terrifying monsters, and Usopp is essentially surrounded by gods capable of destroying buildings with single swipes. These characters being afraid makes sense, and while this helps, it doesn't mean that they're well-written characters. I'm specifically talking about...
I need to finish Frieren. There was some really good stuff in Frieren. God, this looks so cool. My goodness.
Mean that they're well-written characters. I'm specifically talking about Zenitsu here. I'll explain my criticism in more detail as the video goes on, but I've constantly seen people defending Zenitsu's poor character writing under the realm of realism. And while I do believe at first that Zenitsu's fears are reasonable, I argue that he's a poor example of the coward archetype that could have been so much more. There's this really cool clip from an interview with Gabe Newell, the famous game developer responsible for the Half-Life series. He argues fun is not realism, but reinforcement.
Somebody say that's not realistic, and you're like, okay, explain to me why that's interesting, because in the real world, I have to write up lists of stuff I have to go to the grocery store to buy. And I've never thought to myself that realism is fun. I go play games to have fun. And so we had to come up with some notion of what fun was. We knew it was an ad hoc definition, and it was the degrees to which the game recognizes and responded to the player's choices and actions.
I agree a lot with parts of this sentiment. Media is made with a purpose in mind, and the pursuit of realism can get in the way of that goal. I'd also argue that realism can serve the purpose. It mostly depends on how it's done. While Gabe Newell was talking about video games, today we're talking about shows, and more specifically, characters in shows. While Zenitsu's fear could positively impact the character writing, in the end it just ends up getting in the way, and I don't feel that way about Stark or Usopp. So let's look at a couple reasons why this archetype of the coward
facing fear, power, solutions, and consequence. Just walk away.
Or it doesn't work as well in Demon Slayer as the other two shows. Starting first with facing fear. A quick reminder, if you enjoy these videos or find yourself back here after watching a previous one, consider subscribing. Adversity and conflict is the basis of a lot of storytelling. Characters struggling and facing challenges are central to character growth. So when characters face their fear, it can be incredibly endearing. And the first difference between a well and poorly written coward is the way they explore the impacts of fear, not the fear itself. Being afraid is one thing, but the way the character responds ultimately determines how the audience is going to perceive them. Both Stark and Usopp face their fears despite them. Zenitsu is never proactive, often cornered before he takes any sort of response. There's one exception to that, but we'll get to that later. Usopp and Stark's heroism is expanded on, not diminished because of their fear. They're acting against their overwhelming instinct because they need to help or contribute. Zenitsu's big badass moments never seem to contribute to any confidence, but they also don't seem to come with any consequence. There's one moment where Zenitsu acts heroically without that crutch of being unconscious. In Season 1, Episode 12, Zenitsu faces his fear, protecting Tanjiro's box because he's his friend and it's important to Tanjiro. We'll talk about how important this scene is for my argument later when we come back to growth. But outside of that scene, Zenitsu consistently avoids facing his fears, which is especially frustrating given how powerful he is, which leads to the next point, power. If you were to create a Venn diagram between Stark, Zenitsu, and Usopp, at the center would be the fact that they're cowards. But Zenitsu and Stark share another trait. They're incredibly powerful in universe. And in both cases, this leads to really cool moments where they get to show up against a powerful opponent. And while being strong isn't inherently a bad thing, Usopp's lack of power is part of what makes his character so interesting. He finds ways to contribute in this grand adventure, despite not having as powerful of a skill set as his surrounding allies. So while Usopp gets his shiny moments, it's never coming from a place of power, but ingenuity. But big shiny moments from power are incredibly fun. That's why a lot of other characters in One Piece get them so often. Zenitsu's power in Demon Slayer is incredibly frustrating. Not only because you should be continuously building confidence through the series as you fight stronger and stronger opponents, but also because I think the solution to his fear and how he consistently fights feels like a huge cop-out, especially with the way it's explored, which leads to our third point, solution and consequence. For a character to be incredibly...
Alright, I ain't got nothing to say about this, okay? I don't know. I guess I can just end this here, okay? It's somewhat interesting. It's a strange, feels like a kind of arbitrary grouping of traits for... I guess it's just like an exploration of portraying someone who's afraid. I don't know. I'm not too interested in this. I also don't care about Demon Slayer, okay? Anyway, good stuff. What else do they make, I wonder?
Fear is a... If I were to ask you...
Pei Talks Anime. Who is Pei? Okay, that's the most popular one. Jesus, 774,000. Oh, wait. This is also in here, right? This could be more interesting. Don't break the fourth wall, just make it disappear. Does it really have to be 11 minutes? Oof, okay, let's see.
When people talk about breaking the fourth wall, more often than not, they're referring to something like this.
Oh! Oh, hello.
Or this.
It's over. Go home.
But you probably don't think of this. Give me a second and I'll explain. The term, the fourth wall, is generally attributed to the French philosopher Denis Diderot, and its original definition comes from a very literal place representing the invisible wall between actors and an audience. But today I'm arguing a more modern definition, that the fourth wall represents any degree of separation between the audience and art. Breaking the fourth wall generally means directly addressing the audience or meta self-awareness. But there are other ways for media to remove that barrier. Emotion in storytelling primarily comes from a place of empathy, connecting and seeing into a character's world. But every so often in stories, audiences aren't experiencing emotion because a character is, they're experiencing something in conjunction with the characters. Take for example this scene from Naruto Shippuden, where Shikamaru is mourning the loss of a close one. When I was watching this, I didn't just empathize with Shikamaru, I was having an experience alongside him. But sometimes stories come along and get rid of the fourth wall in a more subtle way, one you might not notice unless you were paying close attention. This is a running series called Exploring Frieren. My name is Pei, and today we're talking about when the audience stops empathizing.
Okay, decently good intro. I'm mildly interested
And starts
in this.
experiencing. So the fourth wall is actually a really interesting thing. We can look at historic ways that the fourth wall is broken, like Shakespeare plays where actors were actively talking to the audience. Or on the opposite side of the spectrum, more modern ways, like video games that tell a story. When someone's controlling a character and it influences the story, there's once again a removal of that separation. Or even a level beyond that, to the most extreme. Virtual and augmented reality are already influencing the way some stories are being told. But all stories are built off of a foundation of the history of storytelling before it. There are tons of established rules and systems that most people follow and some subvert to create engaging stories. But all of these rules eventually come down to what I argue is the core purpose of art, to evoke emotion. And emotion in storytelling as a form of art is built primarily around a foundation of empathy. There's a necessary degree of investment in the characters and the story. Now, all art takes advantage of the human brain to evoke emotion. But before we get into the psychology of art, let's understand why I'm bringing up any of this in the first place. So obviously I have this running series called Exploring Frieren, and if we include this video, I've released 14 different essays.
Oh, what an interesting idea. I was just thinking, like, because I scroll through stuff like this, adding a blur to have like a bit that's focused is kind of interesting.
Using Frieren as an excuse to talk about things I find interesting. If any of you guys find yourself back after watching one of my previous videos, consider subscribing. I'm going to keep releasing these weekly. I've loosely been approaching the first season of Frieren chronologically. So for this video, I found myself rewatching episode 9, which has one of my favorite fights from the entire first season. And I noticed something in this episode that I never really thought about, which I've since learned can be referred to as mirrors, windows, and sliding glass doors. Mirrors and windows are a little bit more intuitive. Stories can allow people to reflect back on their own life, or see into someone else's. You can see yourself in some characters and experience completely new perspective in others. But what I'm talking about today is more rooted in that idea of the sliding glass door. In the more traditional sense, I've seen this metaphor used to refer to when people are really engrossed in a story, but in my case, I'm not talking about when you feel an emotion as an extension of just empathy, but specifically being able to empathize and personally experience an emotion alongside a character. I think this episode of Frieren does that in a way I've never seen before. But before we analyze that episode, I want to start first by explaining some of the things I've learned about the psychology of art. Completely independent of individual personality, the human mind is influenced by certain norms and standards. Cultural and biological influences are deeply ingrained from an early age. Some people work hard to break away from these social norms or instinctual responses, but even in breaking away, they're still influencing people, and that's only talking about the standards we're aware of. Take for example music. Taking a look at the demographics of my audience, most of you will be used to 12-tone music. People's first time listening to microtonal music will sound jarring and off-putting. Seriously, look it up. Most of you will hate it. But it's actually this whole world that...
Alright, guess we're doing it. Wait, microtonal music. Let's see if we're built different, guys. Are we gonna like it? Tonal music. Wait, what's wrong with this? I don't know, it just sounds like music. Oh my god, it's Diana. Oh my god, crazy. It's a Destiny Orbiter, by the way, in case you aren't familiar. I don't know, it just sounds like music. I don't know what the difference is. Crazy. Wow, I hate it. Wait, what do you hate about it? I guess I'm not like a music person. I don't really generally like music, so... But that's kind of crazy. Oh my gosh.
That's super interesting. This is an example of cultural norms. The reason we know this is because there's many other societies all across the world that don't subscribe to the 12-tone technique. Human taste is heavily influenced by what we're used to, whereas on the other side of the spectrum, human beings have deeply ingrained instinctual biological responses. This study, for example, found that art
and mood, preliminary notes and conjectures.
That light landscapes are significantly more comforting than dark paintings. This is based off of the instinctual response to self-preserve. We're afraid of the dark because we can't see what's in it. While this may seem obvious, there's lots of rules that are less intuitive that also are based in instinctual response. Studies have also found that symmetry is appealing to humans, or that we have a bias towards the left cheek of the face. Seriously, there's compelling scientific evidence that independent of culture, human beings value the left side of the face more. In this selfie study, they found that people even did the reverse in mirrors, where they would value the perceived left side of their face, which was really their right because of the mirror's reflection. As soon as you start noticing it, you'll see it all over the place. Take, for example, these Marvel posters, where 19 of the characters, 20 if you include the raccoon, are facing with their left cheek forward, whereas only 8 characters are facing with their right cheek forward. A big portion of them are tiny and in the background, or it seems like they're there to create a more balanced image, which by the way is just another rule. The point is to highlight the fact that while light and dark images feels really obvious, there are tons of examples that are less obvious. Lots of rules with lighting a film have nothing to do with creating a natural image and more so to do with creating a compelling one, which ultimately leads to the next point of this video, the 2 different ways people feel emotion in art. The terms I've used when discussing this in the past are body and mind. Take a second to listen to this music. Most likely the emotions you're feeling are not coming from a cerebral place. You don't have to put yourself in someone else's shoes or empathize.
That's really interesting. Am I putting myself in someone's mind when I'm thinking of it? Because immediately when I hear this music, wait, let's hear it again. Wait.
Mind. Take a second to listen to this music.
It's so strange. I don't know if there is a distinction between having a feeling and then putting yourself in someone's mind. Because when I hear this, I think of the perspective of someone who's like at the end of a journey or something. And it's like a lot of stuff has happened and now they're like reaching the end and it's kind of sad. But at the same time, it's like we've achieved a lot. Now that's just like, it's a feeling I have, but at the same time, you have to feel it through a certain perspective, right? So I don't know if there's much of a distinction between body and mind here, but I'm not sure.
Past our body and mind. Take a second to listen to this music. Most likely the emotions you're feeling are not coming from a cerebral place. You don't have to put yourself in someone else's shoes or empathize with a character. This is what I would call embodied feeling. Now, if I were to ask you to think about the most tragic piece of media you've ever consumed, see, that comes from the mind. In reality, there's overlap between these two. They don't exist in a vacuum.
The most tragic piece of media comes from the mind?
You to think about the most tragic piece of media you've ever consumed. See, that comes from the mind.
Why would it come from the mind? I guess, like, what's the distinction between the mind and the body? Because like, okay, when I say, oh, what's the most like tragic piece of media, I think of like either something like the like Anohana or the Bridge to Terabithia, like these two things where it's like you're losing a childhood friend or something. Now is that like you're sad because you think about it and you're like, oh, that's like sad, or is it just happens to be sad? Like you feel the sadness and then you think about it. I feel like they're just like two of the same thing, right? How could you possibly separate the feeling of sadness from mentally thinking something is sad? I don't know. It's just so weird to me.
In reality, there's overlap between these two. They don't exist in a vacuum, and any art can find a way to participate in both or either, and sometimes it can be completely determined by the audience member's interpretation. I think storytelling often uses both the body and mind to evoke emotions, but core to enjoying a story is the ability to step out of your own, to empathize and invest. But sometimes when consuming a story, you stop empathizing and you start experiencing. The most obvious examples of this are built around adrenaline and cortisol, the stress hormone. When people watch scary movies, independent of how aware of the fact that they are in no real risk, the fear they feel often feels very real. The experience of a jump scare is startling, completely independent of empathy. Sometimes those things feel cheap, like they're tricks, but there are other ways in which you can experience a story as well. The death of a character you love can result in very real grief. I'm not saying people can't differentiate between reality and fiction, but it's genuinely sad to lose a character you love. When a story you're really invested in is fighting to save the world, it's easy to feel relief when things work out in the end. There's a deep human instinctual need for connection.
I guess the go-to example here is cringe. When a character is doing something incredibly cringeworthy and you're cringing for them, and it's just a story, like who cares? But oh god.
It's also something that independently people, me included, just seem to value. So to actively experience an emotion that runs in conjunction with a character you're supposed to be empathizing with, it adds a lot to the experience. These moments are often the byproduct of extreme emotion. The two examples I've given so far are the death of a character you loved and the fight to save a world. Those moments take a lot of time to properly set up. The average story generally gets to do that a couple times. There's longer series like One Piece and Naruto that get to do it often, but that's because they have thousands of episodes to work with and tons of downtime between those moments. But it turns out that's not the only way to do it. Sometimes writers make the fourth wall disappear in a subtle way. I'm sure more people have done it, but I really can't come up with another example outside of this episode of Frieren. Not because I don't think it's been done before, but because I think its subtlety gets in the way of its recognition. So let's finally talk about Frieren. There's this thing called the 5 elements of storytelling that I've talked about a couple times. Characters, conflict, plot, setting, and theme. I think you can look at any story and take those 5 elements and put them in order from least to most important. I've argued in the past that Frieren is not a story built around conflict. In some ways, it almost feels like a slice of life, as stakes are sparse and there's very rarely a real threat. And part of the reason for that is the story is built around this long-living elf mage who saved the world. So in a similar vein to stories like One Punch Man, she functions as a safety net. Someone so capable that there never seems to be any substantial real risk. And across the first 9 episodes, the audience is conditioned to rely on that. Now this feeling runs in conjunction with 2 characters in our story, Fern and Stark. They're party members accompanying Frieren. And when the stakes rise and they're forced into a fight that's really dangerous, and Frieren leaves, the audience and the characters have the same experience. Not one built around crazy high emotions, but a discomfort, because we all lost the safety net. Something I love about this is it's not the breaking of the fourth wall, it's making it disappear. It's opening the sliding glass door and enhancing the ability to connect with the story. It's subtle, which means it's probably more common than I realize. And I think it makes this fight scene, which has tons of significance to the story, even better. It's built around these major breakthroughs for 2 young characters that I was already incredibly invested in. Stark has to face a very real fear in an incredibly clever way, essentially having to fight a shadow of the master that gave him his scar, someone whose strength he's terrified of. Fern has no idea her capability because it's always existed in such a vacuum with such extreme safety. In actually a really interesting way, Frieren is a great teacher. There's this idea in education called the zone of proximal development. The optimal place to grow is outside of your comfort zone, but not so far that you panic or give up. Some people will call this X+1, X being your limit, and then a little bit beyond that. And I think that the way that Frieren teaches Fern and Stark is an excellent example of this. Fern actually explains it to Stark when they first meet. Growth is often the byproduct of consistent effort and then an eventual leap of faith. And part of what makes this scene so effective is the audience has been conditioned to also rely on Frieren. So when she goes off on her own and leaves Fern and Stark to deal with this issue, I found myself having the exact same concerns the characters did, and it enhanced the scene. There are a million things to praise in this series, from the outstanding animation that is used very sparingly, to the writing, characters, world building, and remarkable exploration of trope. It's legitimately changed my mind on one of my least favorite genres, fantasy, because there's all these things that they do that are really subtle that add a lot. Like when they make a scene even better by making the fourth wall disappear.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I understood what he meant by this, but he's saying, oh, I kind of get what he's saying. He's saying that by removing, well, like when you're watching Frieren, you have the safety net and you feel like safe because Frieren's around, and then when she's not in the story, the characters feel unsafe and you feel unsafe, or you feel like uncomfortable, but I don't, right? But maybe I'm just misunderstanding what he's saying. Wait, let me hear what he said again.
Our story, Fern and Stark. They're party members accompanying Frieren. World. So in a similar vein to stories like One Punch Man, she functions as a safety net.
Wait.
I think you can look at a story built around conflict. In some ways, it almost feels like a slice of life, as stakes are that there never seems to be any substantial real risk. And across the first 9 episodes, the audience is conditioned to rely on that. Now this feeling runs in conjunction with 2 characters in our story, Fern and Stark. They're party members accompanying Frieren. And when the stakes rise and they're forced into a fight that's really dangerous, and Frieren leaves, the audience and the characters have the same experience. Not one built around crazy high emotions, but a discomfort, because we all
I definitely, I just don't understand. I guess I don't feel a sense of discomfort when Frieren leaves. Like I feel more of a sense of, what would I feel when she left? More, I guess, intrigue, obviously, like, what is she thinking when she's leaving? But also, like, interest or excitement, like, oh, what are these characters gonna do now that she's gone? I don't really feel discomfort. But even if I did feel discomfort, like, what would that even mean? I don't know. This is strange. I don't know. I guess I can't relate to this.
Lost the safety net. Something I love about this is it's not the breaking of the fourth wall. It's
kind of interesting, though. I like this idea. Anyway, I don't know. I don't have nothing really to say about this. I guess this is also just generally about this video. I don't know how I feel about the intersplicing of like these kind of things. Like, I don't know what you'd call this, like literature analysis or like storytelling technique breakdowns or scientific studies. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't suit the tone of the video. Like I feel like it would be better if you didn't include those, but I don't know. Who am I to critique a successful channel with a successful video? Oasis reunion. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Oasis, that sounds like a band or something, right? Have you seen my new short? I don't know. Did I watch all your shorts yesterday? I don't remember. Oh, wait, before this, I am curious what the comments
When
said
people talk about breaking
because my prediction will be all these comments are just going to be talking about how great freerun is, and they're not going to address the point of the video, but maybe they'll be directly talking about it. I don't know. I'm a simple man. I see a video. Yeah, freerun. Okay. Okay, here we have someone engaging with it. Omniscient reader's viewpoint. The omniscient reader's viewpoint. His whole shtick is that he knows how the whole thing is going to go down, and that he has the power called the fourth wall. But instead of it being a physical separation, it's more for his psyche. The more he gets immersed in the story, the fourth wall can slowly weaken or crumble, and he starts actually feeling something for the characters of the novel he read. He read that's now come to his life. Wait, what? The more he gets immersed in the story, the fourth wall can slowly weaken or crumble, and he starts actually feeling something for the characters of the novel he read. That's now come to his life. Characters started becoming his friend, mentor. He even became a sort of father figure to two of the characters in the manhwa. Fourth wall is his mental and emotional separation to save him the trouble of feeling emotions for the characters, but because he's been being immersed, that fourth wall can sometimes weaken. It's an amazing read, honestly. Well, this did not sell me on it. Okay. Personally, I consider the break of the fourth wall to be an explicit acknowledgement by the characters of the fact that they are fictionally in a story, such as a well, yeah, this is why he said at the beginning he's using a modern definition, right? I don't know, the freerun stuff. My guy, that's just called immersion. That is an interesting point, because what he is saying about this freerun example here is you are immersed in the story. And it did kind of fall flat when he said it's like a removal, or that he makes the fourth wall disappear, because I guess... I don't know. I'm surprised to see this have so many upvotes, though. It seems a lot of people, like, disagreed. When he was yapping about mirrors and glass doors, I was like, there are basic elements of writing that authors use to tell a story. Sometimes they were accidents. I don't know, this is just a good... Oh, okay, there's more disagreement than I was expecting. I don't know, this is just a good immersive storytelling. I think the conflating immersion and the fourth wall breaking. One takes... Well, okay, now we're getting a bit crazy here, because you could have immersion and fourth wall breaking, right? Like, this doesn't disprove anything. I don't know. Crazy. Oh my gosh, it's stirred discussion. Anyways, let's go back to Cichlid here. So I think we watched these three. What is going on with the Berserk fandom? Let's see. You're being branded a rape apologist just for following your gay icon. It's rough. Oh my god. I'm just gonna cry. Oh no. That's rough, buddy. I wonder if they're going to support him. I'm so sick of bait. The guts is actually the good guy joke. The community's been pushing for over 30 years is just getting old. True. I think they're genuinely unhinged. Very true. Griffith is not gay. I mean, we don't know if he's gay, right? He just sold himself that one time. It'll be okay. I mean, I guess he also says he loves guts or whatever. Does he say that or am I like crazy? I don't remember. It's been too long. It'll be okay. Keep your head up, queen. Anyway. Okay. It's a bit fillery. What, this short? Your short is fillery? You're like, wait, you're biding time until the iceberg comes out? Or is it freerun fillery? Did bro just unironically do the, it's just a story, why do you care? Did I do that or did a commenter do that? Wait. It's just a story, why do you care? I don't know. If I did that, I apologize. But if a commenter did it, true, we hate the commenters. Oh my god, an essay is the beginning of a discussion and not the end of one for once. Oh my god, an essay? Guys, you guys have just confused me at this point. Oh my god, an essay is the beginning of a discussion and not the end of one for once. let's decipher this. So what does Priya mean by this? So when he says, oh, I'm saying he, but I don't know if I would have just assumed you're a guy, okay? When you say essay, I assume you're talking about the video essay we just watched, which was the free run one. And when you're saying the beginning of a discussion or the end of one, I guess that's implying a history of, on this channel, when I watch video essays, the discussion, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. My apologies. Okay. Cyclid, are you generally not worried about this Griffith stuff interfering with jobs in the future? I am. It's okay, I'll just unlistable later. It's not problematic anyway. I'm anti-rape and anti-exploitation in my arguments. I'll debate the employer. It was just, it was a lot more general than that. Okay. Oh my god, an essay is the beginning of a discussion, not the end of one for once. Oh, I understand. You're talking about essays in general and how usually they're like conclusive. It's like, this is the end, you know? We've reached the end of the essay, but no, we're just opening. We're just getting started, guys. True. That is an interesting thing about Cyclid. Now it's been, okay, let me just preface this by saying that there is a, it's been a while since I've watched Cyclid's earliest videos, right? I guess any of his like long form scripted videos, it's been a while. Like when was the, well, not necessarily the IB one. I guess this one, is this the second one? It's like a year ago. No, it's not the second one. Am I the one in, am I in this? Oh, I'm in one of these as like a counter argument. What I remember from the Cyclid videos is that he makes, on the surface, very controversial claims or statements. But in reality, the things he's saying are not as controversial as they seem on the surface. And his arguments are quite well thought out and not too inflammatory at all. Now, that's my recollection. And if that's the case, then I can't imagine it truly being an issue with providing or showing, if anyone who doesn't know you sees these videos. I think that if they don't have the preconception that, like if they're not a Berserk fan or something and they have some crazy, or not, like some preconception about Griffith as a character, then I don't think that if they watched one of these videos, they would get an insane impression of you. I don't think. I guess we can try like a few. Let's just pretend we don't know who Cyclid is and we don't know his arguments. Let's like watch this, like the first like minute of this, and see if we think it's crazy, I guess. But don't worry. I won't be arguing. The ends justify the... So this is... None of this is crazy yet. I'm not that boring. Like, if I'm just watching this, I'm like, okay, there's nothing crazy. Griffith did nothing wrong. Okay, Griffith's like, I assume he's like a fictional character in something? He's like evil? Maybe he's a villain?
During
like
my time in
Thanos?
the Berserk and the wider anime community, I seem to have noticed two patterns when it comes to Griffith discourse. One, that no one understands the guy, like at all. And two, that no one's giving him the appropriate amount of sympathy for what he went through. This caught my eye most recently when I made a post on Reddit defending Griffith for his selfless actions throughout the Golden Age arc. And the responses went from incoherent to frankly scary. This unhinged, vitriolic hate, which leaves fans frothing at the mouth anytime someone offers even a hint of nuance to Griffith's character, is a huge problem that stops fans from truly appreciating how well-written Berserk is, and it limits the enjoyment and range of emotions you can feel while experiencing it. Now, I just want to preface this video by thanking Kyle Entertainment. This video has been a couple of years in the making, and it was his initial reaction to my point of view which prompted me to make this video in the first place. He does some pretty good analysis videos in anime such as Berserk and Attack on Titan.
So see, we gone through a whole minute and a half. He said nothing crazy, you know, nothing that's like offensive or people would be like, oh, I don't want to associate with this guy, yeah.
With a forewarning that he has some pretty outrageous takes sometimes, but that's what we like on this channel. We're fans of interesting takes, not correct ones. Check him out.
I guess still nothing too
If you
crazy.
haven't already. I also want to make clear that I'm laying out the case, not to say that Griffith is perfect, but that he is about as moral as guts, and shouldn't be hated any more than him. I'm going to be laying out the argument as to why.
I hope we get the point, you know? I don't think that he necessarily... I think the reaction to his videos are largely based on a preconceived assumptions made by the fandom, and I don't think people out there are that familiar with the fandom. I don't know, regardless. You got it? True. You know, I just figured this stuff out so easy. Yo, hello, what we doing today, man? Well, apparently we're doing a Chainsaw Man character sorter, and we're 52% through, and I didn't realize it would take 160 examples to sort this. I thought it would be a little bit shorter. Mass boycotting of KFC, because they employed Cyclid. That would be crazy. But you have the, wait, what's the actual, progressive stance on Griffith? Let me think. I feel like you have the progressive stance, right? Where he is a victim of toxic masculinity, right? So I feel like the progressive audience would probably, if they heard you out, I don't think that they would. Well, then again, at the same time, you are saying that due to him being a victim of his toxic masculinity, he commits. Well, he isn't responsible for things, which I guess that would be kind of a. I don't know if people would support you there. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I would never stop eating KFC because it's so delicious. Anyway, let's continue with this while I, refresh my mind and get back to videos. But Samurai Sword and Class President. Obviously Samurai Sword. Long. Who the hell is Long? That's the dog one, right? Long Chainsaw Man. Dog Lady. True. Is this even a dog lady or are they just like power horns? I guess we'll see when the anime gets to this. If she has like red horns or black horns or like what is it? Ears? They look like dog ears to me, but I don't know. Anyway. Long Class President. And when I'm thinking of the Class President, I'm thinking of the girl who... Yeah, her in chapter 98 or whatever. Crazy. Probably Class President. She was cool. Well, she wasn't cool. She was kind of evil, but it doesn't matter. And Tanaka's the school president. The teacher guy. Yeah, true. The sexual deviant who we hate. But he's cooler than Long. And not cool in a I like him kind of way, but cool as in like, ooh, interesting character. Aldo and Long. Who the hell is Aldo? Oh my god, I've already looked all these up. Oh yeah, Madoka. Wait, is this not Madoka? No, it's just some guy. Oh my god. Ay ay ay. Long. Asa. I like both. Gun Devil or Yoshida. Yoshida. Quan Chi. Gun Devil. Arai. Rincy. I don't really like the Angel Devil, okay? Akane. Darkness Devil or Power? Power, of course. Makima. Oh, this is the ultimate decision. Makima or the Darkness Devil? What do I like about Makima? Remember that one time she went to a movie theater? And she like liked movies and she was a fan of movies? That was kind of cool. But the Darkness Devil's so cool and he like has hidden motivations and we don't really know why he wants Chainsaw Man and stuff. They're both so cool. I like them both. Alright. Reese and Kobenny. Probably Kobenny. The Violence Fiend. I love the Violence Fiend. Reese or Beam? Reese, of course. Beam or Denji? Denji. Pochta or Beam? Pochta. Now we're getting somewhere. Aki or Beam? Probably Beam. Aki or Himeno? Probably Himeno. Future Devil or Aki? Aki. Cosmo or Meowie? Cosmo. Sorry, Meowie. Yuko or Meowie? Probably Meowie. Bucky or Yuko? Yuko. We're gonna look it up one more time. Who is Pingsty? The one with the hair. Probably Pingsty. Santa Claus or Bucky? Santa Claus. Katana Man. Bucky. The Bat Devil. Hell Devil. Okay, these are all easy here. Eternity Devil. Class President. Tanaka or Justice Devil? The Justice Devil just doesn't have much to him. Tanaka. Long. I don't know who the hell Aldo is. Oh, it's the same guy I've looked up twice in the last like 2 minutes. Jesus Christ. Aldo is some random guy. Justice Devil, Zombie Devil, Ghost Devil, Curse Devil, Typhoon Devil, Michiko, Asa or Power, Asa, Naito or Power, Naito, Power or Yoshida, Power, Makima or Yoshida, Makima, Kobenny or Yoshida. Ooh, that's a tough one. They're like the same character in my mind. Like they give off the same energy, you know? Yoshida or Kobenny. I like them both. Violence Fiend or Quan Chi. Probably the Violence Fiend. Reese or Quan Chi. Reese. Quan Chi or Denji. Denji. Pochta or Quan Chi. Quan Chi. Pochta or the Gun Devil. The Gun Devil's sick. But Pochta's also pretty sick and cute. So Pochta. Beam, Gun Devil. Ay, ay, ay. Let's get to 85, okay? Then we can take another break. Beam or Arai. So we got the Shark Fiend or Shark Fiend. And Arai. Let's just double check. Arai's the Kobenny's friend, right? Or at least he was. Okay, yeah, good. We're good. Okay. Probably Beam. Himeno. Aki. The Future Devil. Cosmo. Meowie. Yuko. Oh no! Oh my god, no! I chose Yuko over Asa. What have I done? Oh no. Oh no, it's all ruined. And I can't even go back. Oh no. Alright, well, we'll see. Asa better be at the top or I'm gonna be mad. Naito. Power, Makima, Kurbani, Violence Fiend, Reese, Denji, Quan Chi, Pochta, Gun Devil, Beam, Himeno, Aki. I think we're getting right to the end. Oh, 90%. Okay. Arai. Prince is pretty sick. Oh my gosh. Akane. Okay, probably here we go. Now we're gonna... Okay, I don't think Angel's gonna beat any of these characters. Bucky, Bat Devil, Hell Devil, Eternity Devil. Okay, he's better than the class president. Oh my god. Actually, you know what? This isn't that bad. Except for the fact that Yuko is so high up above Asa. That's pretty fucking insane. Oh my god. Jesus. Well, we got to the end, guys. Who's like at the bottom? Brother number 3, true. I don't have no idea who that is. Joey. Oh, yeah, another one of the brothers. And Aldo. Our favorite one I had to Google like 10 times. Victoria Michigo. Okay, who's like in the middle? Let's see. Denji at number 16. Pretty crazy. Reese in number 15. Better than Denji. The Violence Fiend. Okay, fair. Yoshida. Kobani. Kobani's better than Yoshida. True. Now we got the top 10. Oh, Makima and the Darkness Devil tied. Isn't that just ironic, considering what happened in their fight? Power number 9. Then we got Naita, Yoru, Fami, and Kishibe, all tying for 5th place. That's probably pretty accurate. I like all these characters quite a lot. I'd probably rank them. I think I like probably Naita, Kishibe, Fami, then Yoru, maybe. Asa in number 4 is wild. Yuko in number 3 is insane. I would have imagined that she'd be in like 15 or 14 or something. Meow is pretty sick. We love Meowie. And Cosmo. Cosmo on number 1, I can understand. I really like Cosmo. Cute design, cool powers, speculative black hole. She says Halloween a bunch, which is sick. I can understand Cosmo being number 1, and I'll accept it. Even over Asa, that's alright. My goodness. I'm glad we settled this. Can I keep going? Is that Angel Devil? No, I can't. Okay. Now, guys, it's your turn to go to this website. chainsawmansorter.neocities.org and then get your results, okay? Anyway, where's my cowardly character? You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing a scene in some anime where something absolutely terrible has happened and there's like a demonic evil and some cowardly character is standing up and they're shaking. Their whole body is shaking, but they're standing up and all the characters are noticing. They're like, oh my gosh, look how brave they are. They're shaking, but they're standing up in front of them. And I don't know what I'm thinking of, but there's a scene in one movie and I'm like, this is the bravest, or not movie, like one anime. It's like the bravest character of all time. Oh my god. I'm cheering, I'm getting excited. But I have no idea what it is. It's not JJK. I'm really feeling like it might be My Hero Academia. Is there like a cowardly scene? My Hero Academia cowardly character. Kobani, I guess. Not really. Not really. Maybe Midoriya at some point? I don't know. Who cares? What else have we got? How long have I been streaming? 53 minutes, not even an hour. I did say short stream, right? So we'll be done pretty soon. Kobani's car not on that list? True. But it did win a popularity poll or something, right? Popularity poll. Chainsaw Man. Oh my gosh, there's like a whole wiki entry about it. Power, the winner. Crazy. Where's Asa? It's probably never been one with her. Power, Makima, and Aki. Why is Aki so high? I guess people like Aki a lot. Reese, Denji, Angel Devil, Kobani's car. Here we go, number 7. Why is Angel Devil so high? I guess he has a cool design. I don't know. Or people ship him and Aki or something. Crazy. Uh-oh. The Avengers theme. A video response to the Marvel Symphonic Universe. Well, isn't that crazy? We're not watching this whole thing.
So I have a question for you. Can you sing anything from a Marvel movie?
Dun-dun, dun-dun,
When this question came about, one particular Marvel theme popped up to my head.
True, just like me. For real.
And I was not alone. Just browse the comment section of that video and you'll find many others pointing out the same theme. The Avengers theme has weight. There's something about it that screams adventure and fun. It feels right, like a real superhero theme. This is not to say that every frame of painting's video is wrong. Quite the contrary.
It is, though.
If anything, the Avengers theme comes to reinforce some of its arguments. In his video, Tony gives the following reasons for why Marvel scores are so forgettable.
They're so
They are covered
not
with distractions
prominent.
that don't allow the audience to listen to the music. They are predictable and don't challenge the audience expectations. And most importantly, they don't evoke an emotional response. So, what is it about the Avengers theme in particular that makes it stand out in comparison to other Marvel themes? First off, the Avengers avoids doing the mistakes that Tony pointed out. When the theme is presented, we are able to listen to it clearly. There are no huge distractions from it. The music is noticeable when it needs to be noticed. And when someone is about to speak,
How bad is it?
the music stops. The theme is also able to
True.
evoke an emotional response.
How does that
thanks to a
happen every
particular
time? I
moment.
wonder.
And I think most of us know what that exact moment is.
Wait a minute. Did you just say that's the moment we think of? Wait a minute.
How bad is it?
The music stops. The theme is also able to evoke an emotional response thanks to a particular moment.
Oh no! When I think of the Avengers theme, I think of Thor coming down in Infinity War. That's like the go-to moment these days, I guess. But-
And
oh,
I
this was
think
7 years ago. No wonder. Okay.
most of us know what that exact moment is.
Bring me Thanos. Crazy.
This 360 shot is the moment when all the Avengers are finally working together. This is the culmination of many years in movies of build-up. So, the Avengers theme is one worth remembering. But what exactly makes a theme memorable? I.e., in
All right, that's enough. We don't care about the theory. We just want to be proved right. Okay. Cowardly character Kobeni. That is true, but I don't think we ever see her stand up to her cowardice. If anything, she gets a Zenitsu moment where she attacks the people who are kidnapping Denji. I guess she also does the dance thing in front of Chainsaw Man, but what is this? Wait, what is this? Oh, Chainsaw Man. Oh my gosh.
I've talked
it's
before about
Fujimoto.
Tatsuki Fujimoto's expertise with manga panels. These 2 pages are appealing to look at on a basic level, and the near symmetricity of the spread does a lot of work here. The top 3 panels of each page are increasing close-ups of a character, which are then paired with a set of matched rectangular panels to complete the framing of the main focus of the scene. These pages aren't just visually satisfying, they also portray Aki's full character arc. The first shot of the window has Aki across from an empty chair, making the whole composition unbalanced. But then, Denji comes over and sits down. At first, Denji and Aki snipe at each other, but after taking some time to adjust to Denji's presence, Aki opens up, and now, when we pull back to look at the window again, the scene is both fully balanced and more expansive. Aki and Denji sit opposite each other with Power sleeping in the foreground. At the beginning of Chainsaw Man, Aki's life is dominated by his guilt over accidentally causing his brother's death. That missing person is overwhelming and obvious. But Denji and Power enter his life, and after some growing pains, suddenly he's content. The hole in his existence has been filled, and more than that, he's expanded beyond a single-minded focus. And it's the page directly after these 2, where Aki withdraws Division 4 from the hunt for the Gun Devil. I've talked before about Tatsuki Fujimoto.
I want to see the... Wait, show me the full panel again. Oh, that's cute. I like that. My goodness. What is this channel? Who sent this? Deku. Deku, where do you find these people? You sent something else that was good before too, right? The mapper thing? Was that you? Yeah, Tale of Criticism. Where are you getting these channels from? My goodness. 198 subscribers. What is this? A gaming channel? Chainsaw Man, the story about sex and violence that isn't about sex and violence. I mean, I don't really particularly want to watch this, but it could be interesting. Maybe I'll put it on the list. How do I copy a link? Copy a link address. I don't know if you guys see when I right click actually. Okay. Potential stream videos. There we go. It's been enshrined in the playlist. Wait. Why is it not here? There it is. Okay. 2 shorts. Character arc in 2 pages. The excellent panels of Chainsaw Man. Okay. We do not see right clicks. That's crazy. I'm going to right click right now. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I think you also don't see if I like save a file or something. True. I'll never have a Vouch moment, you know? Crazy. What else are we going to watch? A Tale of Two Protagonists. Flawed or bad characters. Oh my gosh, that's Rudius Greyrat from Mushoku Tensei. That's crazy. We love Mushoku Tensei here. It's our favorite
Give me a pizza with extra cheese.
Go
Extra
with
cheese.
colored
And
hair.
hold the tomato sauce. Hold the tomato sauce.
And hold the crust.
Hold the crust. Hey, Jimmy, give me a cheese with nut.
Wait, I think we've seen this one before.
Give me a piece.
Oh my goodness. Griffith did nothing wrong.
The Berserk fanbase is on
Where's the
fire
song?
right
I want to
now.
hear the song again. Give me the Griffith did nothing wrong song. I actually don't know where to find this. He makes so many videos. Oh boy. This one?
Griffith's not the monster.
No.
Griff.
Please, show me.
Griffith's
Oh my
not
god.
the monster you
Let me scroll.
Griffith's not the monster you think he is.
Wow.
He cared about his men more than anything, and he would never willingly sacrifice them. Griffith did nothing wrong. He was
This is great.
manipulated by the God hand into thinking he would.
It's great. You know, Seclet's one of the best small creators out there, you know. Are you gonna watch ReZero next season? Absolutely. You know what? Contrary to what I always say, which is that, you know, I don't understand why people like ReZero that much. I think it's still really good, okay? I'm excited to see where it goes next. It is a little concerning that I don't think the light novel is finished. But, I mean, we'll see. And also, I hope it has good production value, but I did watch that one trailer that one time on stream and it didn't look that good, but we'll see. Are you going to watch it, Heath? Are you a ReZero person? What else have we got? Did we finish? Oh, we did the Chainsman thing. What else can we do? We can't just watch videos all the time, right? We can do tier lists, but we can't just do tier lists all the time. Remember that time that I would just... Oh yeah, wait, also. Put out a new video. I wonder if it's gotten any views. And by new video, I mean I cut up my stream discussion. So I'm sure... That's me. Crazy. 0 comments, 6 views. Look at this. I put a little sound effect in, right? You've probably heard that the Umbrella Academy Season 4 was terrible. Everyone that? It was like... Boom. Tss, crazy. I think that's like AI music or something. Oh no, I think it's from YouTube's like library.
Holy Hawk Tua. My last words on this planet were about to be holy gyat, okay? Because this brain rot vocab has completely integrated, infused into my vocabulary. Because I can't even talk normally now. Like, I can't even say, like, oh my god. I have to say, oh my gyat. And I can't say damn. I have to say gyat damn. Because, like, I'm serious. This stuff, like, I was about to die. And all I could muster out to say was holy gyat. Like, I was rafting, and then the raft was going 100 miles per hour at a rock. And all I could say, all I could, like speak was, holy yeah, again and again, while I was, like, ramming towards the rock. And I said, holy yeah, and then my head went under. Like, I went into the river that we were rafting on. And imagine if I hit my head on that rock that day, and I wasn't rescued from the rapids, okay? Imagine if I just hit my head. My last words would have been, holy yeah. That would be what was written on my gravestone. It is so over for me. I actually need to fix my vocabulary. And now, like, especially since school has started, I've, like, created, like, this new word, holy hawk tua. Like, now I'm just, like, responding to people with holy hawk tua. And surprisingly, some people don't know what that means. So I'll be like, holy hawk tua, and they'll be like, what are you talking about? What is a holy hawk tua? I don't know. How am I supposed to explain what hawk tua is to you? And I can't respond to people like that. Like, people will be like, oh, like, my situationship isn't going too well. We broke up. Holy hawk tua! Like, it's over for me. It's actually over for me.
Very funny. But you know what? Things have always been like this. Every meme since, like, what, 2012? But then again, I was going to say, like, ever since 2012, people have spoken like this. They've always had their classic meme words that they intersplice into everything. But maybe that's only starting at 2012 for me, because that's what I was in high school, you know? So I was also speaking like that back then. What is this channel? I also can't tell if this is like a parody. I mean, it is. Obviously, it's like a fake story or whatever, but what is this channel? High school's not like Persona. I want to get hit by a bus. I'm addicted to hitting the gritty. It's like a comedy channel, I guess. And I can't tell if this is like a like a high schooler or like in their late 20s. I can't tell. Not that it really matters, I guess, but crazy. Why is this girl blowing up? Wait, is it just the Persona video? Wait, I don't know. Was she very popular? 14.5k? I guess. I don't know. Anyway, what a crazy detour. but not really a detour because I don't have anything else. This guy wants everyone to have AI friends. Oh my gosh, that's literally me. Oh my god. Because I want people to have AI friends. What is this? I'm not watching a video. I'd rather just scroll over it.
Feeding AI.
Pre-order now.
Being about $600. I don't know if I can find the price here, but I have, yes, right here.
Crazy. All right. Ay. This is why we plan out streams, you know, so I have something to actually talk about. What is actually on my list? I did have some stuff. Oh, wait. I had this other One Piece order. Because I was like, oh, I could base it on, like, character designs or something. Like, what do I like more? But then I realized, like, there's going to be a lot of characters in One Piece. Like, if I just, like, even randomly click, we're still on 0%, guys. So let's not do this. But, crazy. I guess I can just... Let's do, like, 20, okay? I mean, obviously, this character. I mean, Smoker looks pretty cool. I guess this one, the yellow guy, or the yellow hair guy. This guy looks sick. This guy looks familiar. I feel like I've seen people who've like knocked off this design to like spin off anime and have like a design like this. But this ice guy is pretty sick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's Roronoa Zoro from the Netflix live action One Piece, but this one's better. This guy looks sick. He's got like horns, like devil horns. I mean, this is Nico Robin, the famous Nico Robin. We love that design. I've seen this design. Someone pointed this out at some point when we were doing the animal people video, and she had like weird feet and hands and stuff, and it creeped me out. So that's pretty cool. We love it. It's a weird animal thing. We don't like that. It's pretty sick. This guy's giant. Oh my god. This guy's like on fire, but I don't like it. He's too shirtless. We don't like shirtless people. But this one also looks pretty lame. I don't like either of these designs. Oh, no opinion. Here we go. Boa Hancock. Pretty sick. This one looks like a generic character from like another anime. So this one. And then, of course, the great Nami. We love Nami. We did it, guys. My goodness. Does Cichlid have a Griffith AI he cheats with? No, he chats with. I don't know, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, anyway, that was my other thing. Oh, then also the H3 thing. But it's old news. He already put out a new video talking about it, so I can't talk about it. I should have streamed yesterday, you know? Though this whole, like, what is it? H3, probably on the H3 subreddit, right? Oh no, they banned the links for it. You know, they press the button, or they have a button where whenever Ethan presses it on the podcast, it like dumps the previous 30 seconds, but the button didn't work. And they heard Ethan get mad at people. Crazy. The button failed. But the annoying thing is that all of these are like edited. But then on the recent one they did, I don't know, let's just watch this one.
Tell him to bring out the whole ocean.
Right there. That's one tough one right there, boy. Well, defense and plaintiff, do you guys have anything that you want to add before we
I feel like we should have just ended the whole thing. We were at the end.
Yeah, we can. Let's end it. You want to tell me about
It's like edited. Like I can't just show the thing. You know, I don't want to see the funny edits. Oh god.
I guess we should talk about the button thing. Here's what I'm gonna say.
I mean, I got nothing really to say.
Okay,
but...
thank you.
Bro,
this is sweet.
Yeah, this is how the show works. We ran out of time.
Yeah, no, I think we covered most of it.
Doing it.
What are you
It's
doing?
so awkward and terrible.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Just like this is what I'm talking about when it's always like.
We need to get home for our kids.
Like, bro.
Oh no, I didn't want to finish it right now. I just thought about finishing Wednesday.
On Friday. You guys like.
All right, I'm taking my hand off.
So they basically didn't think that anyone could hear that, but people could. Crazy. Kind of cringe. Kind of a nothing. Not important at all. Anyway. I think we're actually done now. I got nothing. All my topics are exhausted. All the videos I'm interested in are done. I guess we can just knock off some of the long ones. See if there's anything I can get it out of the way. Destiny can't control his own Sims. What will this be? It's a podcast, so...
How's the job hunt? Making yourself comfortable?
More than anyone, you found yourself in a room making out.
You know, if you didn't find it in yourself to edit a video today, I hope you'd have at least started on your resume.
I'll put tolerating narcissists as one of my top skills. Speaking of which, how did your date go?
Well, it was less of a date and more of a meeting of the
is
political
great.
and intellectual elite of the internet.
Sounds appalling.
I was battling and inculcating with every woman there, like the best of them.
As in that stripper, the one you're always watching?
He is a YouTube-affiliated streamer of the highest accolade!
If screaming slurs can be considered an accolade.
Did you know that one woman there had never even heard of Lex Friedman? No more, I say! I will no longer be hampered by things like boundaries and anti-intellectual, irrational emotions.
Wait, is this whole thing gonna be a bit?
I said you should yourself, you stupid bitch!
That's one thing. Okay, keep these two things, or the pair of ideas. Keep these in mind. Okay, put these to the side. Second thing. Okay, I can talk to and communicate with a huge variety of people because usually there's something interesting about everybody, and I don't know. There's a lot of reasons to find a lot of different people interesting, even if I
42 attendees? Was it 42?
Crazy. I guess for context for people, there's a person called Ayla, and she's a content creator, and I think we talked about her briefly a few streams ago. And then there's Destiny, he's a live streamer, and these two have interacted before. And then someone on Twitter tweeted out to Ayla, like, oh, what do you think of, like, I don't know, some fandoms or something? And then she said that, you know, I don't like the Destiny fandom, they're like kind of crazy or whatever and not charitable, blah, blah, blah. And then Destiny reined in his audience. And now I guess these two are reacting to it. I don't know. Crazy. What else did they do? I guess it's just like literally a podcast on internet culture stuff. Very small. I guess 700 or 800. Interesting. This could be me. Me and Kyle, right? We'll start a podcast like that. Okay, that one's out of the way. What happened to Ludwig? Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's 20 minutes. Please, what happened? Hurry up.
Oh, hello, chat. What is up? Hello, hello, hello. How date you? Because I saw there's like an LSF post and it was cross-posted onto my subreddit.
Oh my gosh, was there? Live stream fail. Ludwig hit by car while biking. Thank you. We love LSF. Give me the clip.
What? In your car? On your bike? Are you okay? What? It's okay. Did it end stream? No.
Unless you're rattled, but...
I'm slightly rattled.
Okay.
What happened?
Just a guy who was late for a left turn, and then I went to pass him, and then he turned into me, and then I fell off my bike and it slid a bit. And so, I got some scratches I'll clean up, and I'll have to bring the bike, but I'm overall fine.
Do you need help? Can I see?
I don't think you want to see.
Oh, is it bad?
It just looks bad.
Oh no.
I didn't break a bone, but I got cut.
Boy.
Was she gonna say boyfriend? Because that's really funny if she was. Like, boyfriend. No way. The YouTube shorts he gonna make, gonna go crazy. Well, Gladys on his feet. My goodness. He gave an update, by the way. Gave a little update on my stream, but I got hit by a car while riding my Vespa. Luckily, I was wearing a helmet and thick jacket, so I just got a few scrapes and bruises. Dressed for the slide, not for the ride. Crazy. Okay, well that's that video. And with that, we're done. Nothing else. We're up to date. The button, true. H3 has a button. Maybe I should get one of those. But you know what? I never say things that I would regret saying, so we don't even need it. Okay, well. You're not going to see me for a while, guys. I can't tell you how long. Let's think. We got... What day is it today? Friday? We got Saturday. Okay. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so, oops, I can't do tabs. Tomorrow is the 31st, which makes it the last day of the month. Which means I'm watching, or finishing watching, The Godfather and searching for Sugar Man. So tomorrow, I am absolutely not streaming. Sunday... I will probably be writing, editing, uploading the August digest on the main channel. What else is there? I guess Wednesday I'll be recording Chainsaw Man. So maybe Monday, but I can imagine maybe this digest thing will like go a little longer. Maybe I'll also be doing that on Monday. I don't know. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe you'll see me Monday, maybe Tuesday, or maybe you'll never see me again. But anyway, see you later.